words were for both of them groups, and now how close they are. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It's amazing, bro.
And you know what, man? And I was telling T this. I tell this T all the time. I felt that the beef or the battle between Beans and Jada that overshadowed Jay and Nas to me. That was the better battle.
Hell yeah.
That was the
hands down.
That was better battle to me because I don't know if anybody, you know, a lot of our base follow wrestling. I was like, if Jay-Z and Nas was Hogan and Andre, Jada and Beans was Savage and Steamboat. You know what I'm saying? They stole the show, son.
Yeah, you talking about language. Remember Ricky the Dragon?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Savage,
You're right about that.
Yeah,
man.
they stole the show right there.
Honestly, I think, and I'm not putting this out there, but I think Jada might want to do over. To be honest with you, because Beans went bully on it. It could have went either way. It depended upon who you a fan of, and this, that, and the third. But the bully went hard, bro. Beans went ape shit.
Yeah, both crews went hard, man. I was like, this was like the only battle I felt it turned out to be like a tie. I was like, it could go either way.
I didn't like the disco record, to be honest. I mean, it was cool, but I don't know. That's the only thing that I would say. That's the only thing that I would say.
Well, you talking about the one where he was stunned on the disco beat?
Yeah, stunned on the disco beat. It's cool, but that was the only thing I would say. But other than that, man, that shit was classic. And then one of the illest lines that people don't even talk about or people don't remember was on the DJ Clue tape when Styles P all I see when you throw up the rock is upside down pussy.
I said, golly.
Fuck around and leave you upside down pussy. Like, that was probably where I think I stopped the car, stopped the tape. That was one of the illest to me. Hands down. That was raw.
And it's dope how now they put that behind them and they still put out dope music together. That's the crazy thing about it, because you would think while hearing those records, those dudes hated each other's guts. You thought it was going to probably be on site, but they end up being close.
Let them tell it. Like, and that's I'm sure you talk to Free, or you talk to Styles, you talk to Jada. Like, them bars, them words was real, from my understanding, you know. And I'm not going to take these stories away, but what I'm gonna say is that there was venom behind them words. And now when they see each other, you know, there's a lot of Locks and State Prop shows, and you know, Locks Dipset State Prop shows. There's genuine love there. That's real. Like, you know, you see people that shake hands and pose for pictures.
Yeah.
Those are not them. Them the type of niggas that they call and check in on families. They call and check in on how your day's doing. Like, you be sitting in the car, you know, we riding somewhere with Free, about to hop on a flight, and Jada just FaceTime them real quick. That type of time.
Yeah, T, we was talking about the Rocafella D block back and forth, and I was telling them how I told you how that's probably the GOAT battle to me, even better than Jay-Z and Nas to me, because it was the battle that we didn't even know who was going to be a real victor, because all of them went hard.
Yep.
Man, I mean, when we think about that time, you're talking about the pinnacle in that 2000s era where you simultaneously had different crews. And my apologies, I had to take care of something, so I was gone for a second. But yeah, but the thing is, you had State Property. I mean, you had D Block, Rough Riders. I mean, it was just, you know, Rocafella. I mean, it was just a whole. I mean, even Bad Boy during the time, it was still. It's one of those things that you just tell people you had to be there to really understand how special it was, with that abundance of music, the abundance of classics created, the culture, how everything was so attention to detail oriented in terms of making the most of a movement. The air was different. I mean, the marketing was different. When you look at that time, Kev, in terms of the battle, which was, like King said, one of the greatest ever, what did you notice in that time about how the music was marketed and how artists were signed, how budgets were allotted, and how, you know, the image, not so much the image, but how everything was orchestrated in terms of rollouts for artists?
That's a great question. People actually worked records back then. The rollout You know what I mean? In regards to things coming out, there was actually promo tours. There was promo runs back then. You know what I mean? Right now, and I don't even know who first came out with this. People drop records in the middle of the night. Boom, this is out. Boom, that's out. That's where a lot of artists right now they tend to emulate these established artists that's out. Say, hey, I dropped something on YouTube. Hey, I dropped something on Spotify. But when? Where? Like, who knows about it? How? You know what I'm saying? Back then, the marketing was real. We had things like 106 in Park that are not out there. We had what was that? The Basement. You know what I'm saying? Where artists would come down there and talk about the project that they had coming out. We had different shows where even Martin, you know what I mean, had Big come on and do his record. Like we found ways within